With more than a dozen calls a week for police assistance at Catholic Charities House of Charity, the city of Spokane has agreed to dedicate special patrols to the area. The only problem is they can't agree who should pay for it. The original agreement had Catholic Charities paying $374,000 a year for 2 officers, 8 hours a day. Spokane City Council was set to vote on it Monday, but those plans changed when Catholic Charities sent them a letter asking the city to pay. New on Nightside, Kyle Simchuk is looking into the dilemma. And Kyle, this letter from Catholic Charities came as a complete surprise for council members.
Well, yeah, Aaron, that's what many of them told me. Instead of voting on the agreement, which Spokane Police and Catholic Charities signed in April, the city council tabled it for a month. They need time to sit down with Catholic Charities to find some common ground. It's a sight many in Spokane are used to seeing at the corner of Brown and Pacific. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of transients on sidewalks outside House of Charity. But many of these homeless people say there's a lot you don't see.
There's like a fight a day at least. Most of them involve weapons like chains, bottles, whatever they can find.
I've seen people get hit with chains. I've seen people get punched in the face.
I saw a guy stabbed. If you want violence, you come here.
This year alone, Spokane Police have responded to 501 calls in the area around the shelter.
For as young as I am, it's really scary out here to be homeless. But when the cops are out here, it makes me feel safer, definitely.
In an effort to discourage illegal activity and violence, Catholic Charities and Spokane Police formed a memorandum of understanding. The agreement would station 2 officers outside the shelter from 12 to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. The city says overtime costs would total $374,000 a year. Catholic Charities agreed to pay it and signed this agreement on April 13th. This Monday, City Council was set to vote on the contract, but they got a letter from Catholic Charities asking the city to pay for the overtime costs.
I don't want to sign an MOU that we're going to provide police overtime and then have them expect us to reimburse all of that. That was never the agreement in our whole entire agreement.
The council tabled the vote for a month. Members plan to meet with Catholic Charities to discuss their differences. And we were unable to reach House of Charity for a comment this afternoon, and Spokane City Council members tell me they aren't comfortable commenting on this issue until they've met with Catholic Charities. Live in studio tonight, Kyle Simchuk, KXLY4 Nightside.